All right, welcome to the lab. Hopefully with a better sound today. Okay, so what I want to be doing today is to get the server creation and provisioning setup done, and I have done a little bit of work. So let me just try and run this. Have it here. So I go to server, let me update this. There's still some work to get done with the UI, but that's fine. So right now I'm only gonna be supporting Hetzner. So when we click Hetzner, we can select the region, we can select the type, and then when we actually click next, I forgot what did I do. Get rid of this. So whenever we click create, set up and actually create the server. So we store the server in the database. So if I create a new one here called, I don't know, live on stream, say CPS, I don't know, API at dual.com. This is the port. Create the server. We actually store the server in the database, and then we get the details like name, provider, region, whatever. And then the idea is that once we see this and everything is good, we can click provision. And if I click provision right now, it would actually, it should call provision, the provision controller, yes, which will go in and hopefully create the server in Hetzner. It's going to be doing this through our backend job, but we will then just ping the backend for a status with this handler right here. So it just keeps an open connection. We can go in and out. It will just keep pinging for the status of the setup. So the first round is create the server in Hetzner, return the IP and whatever data else we're gonna get back. And then once it's provisioned and it's ready, we are gonna have another step that will configure it with my bash script. So it will do some security setup, some SSH hardening. It will create 2 users. It will create admin user for the customer, for whoever is creating the server, and then also a user for Meflon to use in case of emergency. Right now, both of them are sudo, but that will probably change in the future once we are a little bit further. So this is basically it. And then in the background jobs here, I have this provision and configure job that we can run in the background through River Queue. And the provision server is a little bit messy right now, but we update the status. We create some keys. We then create the server through the Hetzner client that we have set up, or I have copy pasted from my own project. Update the server status in the database. We wait for it to be ready, and once we get a confirmation from Hetzner that this is live and the server is running, we set the status to await configuration, where we then need to provide DNS details, add them to Cloudflare, and then we can actually go to the next step where we are gonna do all the configuring, install the agent, and then we should be ready to interact with the server. But I need to do something beforehand, because whenever we call this create server, I am pretty sure that we add what is essentially is the agent SSH key to the Hetzner account, and that should not really be the agent, because, and also agent is a bad word here because it's not an agent. it's Miflon, so we have the agent, and we should have like Miflon's SSH private key. So I would like to not store the user data or the user SSH key in my database. That should be like a thing we just return after everything is set up and say, like, okay, here's your user, here's your password, here is the SSH private key and public key. Save this somewhere secure because we're not gonna show it again. But if I don't store it, then we can't. Then I cannot grab it again when I actually do SSH into the server and configure it. So it's kind of like catch-22 at the moment. So I can begin with just saving all of this or committing. Commit. Kill the server. Then jump into the data structure. So let me start by addressing the naming here. So that should be Miflon SSH key. And then agent token. That is what we want, and we're gonna be encrypting that as well. The question is just, we don't want to store it in the browser, right? If I wanna do like a client customer, like something like this, clean it up afterwards. Can I even, so in the queue worker, we don't have it here, that's right. Let me just create naming, then jump into this one and say no. Queue configure provision create, and let me also rename this to customer, as well as here customer, because the create server, when we pass the, we do get the root password back. That could maybe, I'm just hesitant to put anything on the, or anything in the customer's Hetzner or provider account, but shouldn't really be there. Hetzner API. So we can do the request here. What does this for assets and service documents? We generate a route for you and return the response. maybe that is fine. We do want to use so. Yeah, so at creation time. Yeah. Don't think that's I don't think there's much else to do here. The alternative is that I just use the master login and set it up. But shouldn't really matter since both of them are in the sudo group. We should also not really get the what is the response? Okay. Yeah. So rename. Yeah. So what we will do is just stick with migration servers. This is gonna be called Milestone, and then we have agent. Then we need to, of course, encrypt this at a later point in time. That's also fine. Yeah. All right. So database queries, servers, and then it's no longer agent SSH. It's Milestone SSH in all the places. Yes, and dual DB queries generates. Good. And then in models, servers, this now becomes Milestone SSH. And Milestone SSH. This one again is not. That is Milestone SSH. Great. Here as well. Milestone SSH. And this one is again Milestone SSH. Yeah. And down here as well. Then I guess we remove the provider. That's right, we remove this one, we remove this one. Don't have these ones anymore. Right. Simple generates. create SSH key rep, and then merge. Yes, we're gonna have some. Great. So in model server we had issue. We want to have same here, and so this one is good, but in the factories. So okay, we don't want to have this, and we should have it like this. No. Create a server. It should be this. Did I screw up? Servers. No, we have these two, so that's right. Create server data. Okay, okay. Come on. Doesn't go here. That's right. That's right. That's right. And do set the SSH port. This one, I think the seed data is broken now, but fix that at a later stage. Yeah, somewhere we have that. Go. Yeah, create the server data is this thing right here. Yeah. Nope. Its server, does that not accept? It does, but haven't been updated. So now it's only this one here, mid-plants. Right, and this one should be SH port. Continue. There we go. So the flow now, we generate an SSH key that Milestone can use. Milestone, which might change in the future, I'm not sure. Get rid of this. Right. So we can now at least SSH into the server once it's set up and it's ready. Great. So now it's only the configure where we use Milestone. We will log in as root. Yes. Then we create an admin user and we create a password, and we do the same for Milestone. We generate what essentially is the team admin, right? Yeah. Yes. And at this point, when everything is successful, when everything was a raving success, send email to user with details. Yeah, do we want to email them that information? Because right now I cannot show it. I cannot show it to them in like a download form. Without. I'm gonna do this for now, and I think we will end up having to probably need to store this in DB to generate PDF for access. So we create 2 users, and then we run the scripts. Then of course we also need to restart the server. Right, I think I will do a dual db make resets, and then do make up dual dbc. No. So that's because we introduced this provider server details. Factories server. This one. Yeah, this should be Milestone. And this thing right here. this. One more time, resets, up and seed. Nice. And if I go back now to servers new, I'm not running the server. Go. Let's do live test on stream, and we will do Hetzner and say HTTP API at bandbull.com. This also needs some business logic. Let's do Ashburn again. The smallest one. Go to create server. Alright. We have an agent SSH. Dual queries generate. Can do it now. Another test, and it's gonna be have the cloud https api.build.com. Port. We cannot what go. Could not pass. Interesting. That's the cloud. Agents. But this doesn't exist anymore. What am I doing wrong here? This doesn't make any sense. We'll app console. Control servers. Create. Yeah. But who is expecting this doesn't make agent SSH? Literally nothing in the SQL is expecting this. Or here. Right. Don't see where this one should come from. Agent token. We literally only have agent token. And the insert is only using this one. One agent. What? Agent token. There's no trace of. Dual db make reset. Up and dual app console. Select view from servers. Right. And dual db sheet. Dual app console. Now servers. What? Create. Yeah. Yeah. Why would we not be able to? Of course, we have not updated this one. Can we please create a server now? Come on. Hetzner, HTTPS API, developer.com. Doesn't matter. Right, because I also need to update. That is at backend.com password. Password 1, 2, 3. This is going great. No. Okay. And factories. I have also been working a little bit on the framework, so it's just gonna include this one as a default in the factory, so it's more easy to use. And now resets, and dual db resets, and dual make up, and dual db seats. Okay, can we log in now? Now we can log in. Admin servers new. API server 1 should really be. This is HTTPS and like this, Singapore. Now we can finally create a server. Nice. So in views, servers, then provision, confirm. We wanna do what we have in new. Space. I think it needs smaller. Let's make it without. Better. And put some margin on top. Did I just leak? I think I might just have leaked my Hetzner key 1 times. Alright, so now if I click router, we should have Class River UI, no jobs, right? But if I click now, provision server, nothing happens, nothing was created. And why it should have been happen here? This one post to provision. Right. So network provision. True. Okay, and I have misspelled the ID. So one more time. Provision server. Not found, but we have at least the servers. So we have the ID now, right? So I can go to servers. Provision. This one. So let's just do some logging. More logging. And do we have... Let's get some logs all out. Yep. Try one more time. Provision. What is happening? Are we not even hitting the... endpoints? Maybe send a post request instead. Yes, that's right. There we go. And we have a... We don't have a job? this one that we have provision status. Okay. No jobs were created. I go back to confirm. I never. So yes, start the transaction, we get it, and then I wanna say if error, I should be able to do this multiple times. We can get the status. And then do it here. No, do it here. Yes. Let's see what happens now. Provision. Transaction is closed. Could not enqueue. Isn't this safe to call multiple times? Commit the transaction if this is a real transaction, or release is a safe find. Okay. Is safe to call multiple times. Okay. I'll remove this one. Provision server. Alright, something is happening. And we have the job available. We got the update here, nice. And I can refresh the page, I can also, great. Why are we not running this jobs? I am guessing I do not. Do we not run the workers? Do not have anyone processing the jobs. So it makes sense. In platform, I should have someone. Some code at least that does the register. Right. So shut down our server new. Don't we run? We do not. Okay. So grab this, and the processor is here. Run this in the background. Does something happen now? And it immediately fails. SSH key not unique. Okay. provider ID. Other than that, it looks decent. Fail to uniqueness error. No. App console from servers and is for guessing this ID right, so where ID equals this. What was it? Midland SSH private key. It's empty. So in queue workers provision. Same issue as here. Because we tried to create the server here, but we created, retriable. Let's try it one more time. It runs immediately into the fact that SSH key is not unique. What if I just grab the server.id? And then we just get rid of this job and app console. I say so delete from servers where we go, and then I try to create a new one. So test 2. Running, great. Retriable, not great. So we have the data set not found, and we have the uniqueness issue. And all app console, select servers. Yeah, it doesn't. Well, it makes sense because the job fails, right? So the thing never gets. The thing never gets committed to the database. this not unique? So can I rerun the job and see what happens? Retry, please. Okay. Delete it and then let's just create a new one. Right. Also, right. Was provision client server. Alright, so we need to generate the 18 token before. That is also fine. And then in worker, where is it? We also need to set it here. Server, yes. Where do we create the token? We do it right here, and this one should just stick with token grab. Grab this, and then model server here. Let's set this, and then agent token. We also need to go into query servers, and on the create we want to set the agent token. Jump out and dual db queries generate models servers, and then agent token unique. Right, so it can be. Yes, we should add a not null since then. Yeah, this is fine. So dual and dual db reset up dual db seed. Run it again, clear the cookies, you know the drill by now. Then user alice at backend.org, sword123, backend.com, admin server new, a server for Hetzner. HTTPS, and we're gonna be in dual.com. Create the server, yes. Provision server. SSH key. Dataset not found, and SSH key not unique. Right. So we are hitting the 1 hour mark. I'm gonna cut the stream now and then look into my Hetzner account to see what's going on here. But I will be back again on Monday.